All right, today we are at the Dungeon, the Mecca for bodybuilding in Dubai, and I'm here with my prep client, Acosta. So today we're going to be running through one of Lo's peak week pump sessions. So we've got, well, Photoshoot this weekend, but we might potentially have something else coming up in a couple of weeks to be confirmed. So this gives us a fantastic opportunity to run sort of a mock peak for that potential show that we might have coming up at the end of the month. So Lo, we've been working together now for just over a year at this point, and we've been through multiple phases, which we knew this was the plan out the gate. Multiple builds, multiple fat loss phases. This has been the main prep that we've been building up all this time for. So I thought it'd be really interesting for you to share what has been your experience of the coaching process so far.
In terms of the coaching process, I don't know, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing without your help, 100%. It's not because I'm biased, it's not because I absolutely love to work with Ross, it's just the guidance I'm being receiving in each of the phases has been so detailed, and Ross knows I'm obsessed with details and I'm obsessed with data, and I need to be like very organized in everything that I do, and he understands that and provide me that. So knowing what is coming ahead helped me a lot to plan my life around, make the right decisions, and stick to the plan. So that was absolutely very helpful for me.
And the thing is, you run your own business, you have
Correct.
a fitness business consultancy, so maybe tell the people a little bit more about, okay, you have to manage it around your job, but certainly what we've learned together, working together over this time, is that it's not exactly a low stress job that you're managing.
No, like at the point that I always joke around, like, guys, I have a stress to give away.
Yeah.
Who wants a stress? I can't give away a stress. Because really, sometimes I don't know how I handle it. Just for everyone to have an understanding, imagine you as an entrepreneur, you run your own business, okay? What about sometimes I run 4 to 5 projects simultaneously, where somehow I'm very hands-on in all those projects. So I need to understand their needs, they need to understand their struggles, what is next, make decisions, market research. It's a lot of work around it. So if you ask me, I think a lot of people get stuck in, to take a journey like this, thinking of it's not the right time. Guys, it will never be the right time. That's the honest truth.
Because you've had travels in amongst all of
Yes.
that multiple times actually.
Yes,
well.
like I don't know how many times I just jumped in a plane. I don't know how many times I even told Ross, listen, I have a client coming over. There is no way that I can skip dinners out. I need to go out, entertain this client, and that is life. Or even personal life. We went through breakups, and we went through new relationships, and
It's been emotional.
has been emotional. So everything has been going on with my life. So it's not that people think that probably I'm a 24/7 athlete. I wish that is the case, but no. Like there is a lot of stuff that I'm dealing with besides this journey.
Yeah, for sure. So you're a first-time competitor, and I think it'd be really interesting because there'll be many people you know, and maybe people that you don't know, either through your own reach, my reach potentially, or even other people that have just stumbled across your journey. So let me ask you, what advice would you give other people who are looking to compete for the first time?
Wow, there is a lot of here to break down.
It's a wide barrel question.
It's a very big question. So I guess I'm gonna break it down into four different points. The first one, I wouldn't advise absolutely anyone, male or female, to get into competition if you don't understand nutrition. Done. Seriously.
So what do you mean by that?
You need to become a nutrition ninja, calorie ninja. That's all. Because a lot of people ask me, yeah, but I eat, this boring food. Like, how you do it? It's so boring. It's so tasteless. My food is absolutely delicious, honestly. And the way that I'm being able to pack really nice food with the budget, like you need to look at your calories as a budget and understand, right, how much I'm getting from each of the macronutrients and how can I play with it to get, yes, nutritious food, but also to have fun. By understanding what is the budget of calories that you have, you also have the opportunity of getting that 20% of soul food. So for me, I never label food as a good or bad, healthy, unhealthy. Food is fuel. And it has to taste good. But also, if you want to have more fun, like people often ask me, especially if we go out, can you eat this? What sort of question is that? Can you eat it? Yes, of course I can. I mean, the problem here is that people go out, ask for a piece of cake. The portions here are very generous. A piece of cake is like this big, but nobody wants to share the calories. So there is a lot of mistakes that happen, and honestly, the best advice and one of the skills that you want to nail is be a calorie ninja. Number 2 is in terms of building lean body mass, good quality of mass. So a lot of people ask me, wow, how did you do this transformation in this short amount of time? I'm like, it wasn't that short.
No.
At all. Like people forget or people don't keep in mind, I've been lifting weights for 12 years, guys. 12 years lifting as heavy as possible.
What were you doing before bodybuilding?
Powerlifting.
And what point did you get to in the world for your weight class at one point?
15th strongest women in the world from IPF.
So that's not exactly a sort of mediocre intro into the resistance world, right?
I wouldn't say that. Even a couple of weeks back, I was still doing RDLs at 100 kilograms, repping RDLs at 100 kilograms. So that's the thing, when you train for so long to be as strong as possible, even all my lifts inside the gym, machines or free weights, and when I need to aim for that. Otherwise, my muscles are like, what is she doing?
So an interesting side note from that is we obviously spoke a bit about this, how when you first started getting into the training that I laid out for you, one thing that became very apparent very quickly was how different the sort of intention or emphasis to this style of training was versus the powerlifting. So what would you say for someone who's maybe to come from more of a power or strength background into this? What are some of the things that they might have to expect when it comes to transitioning into that style of training?
Yeah, I think there is 2 things that highly influence the training. Firstly, we are not used to do more than 5 reps. More than 5 reps? What?
It's cardio.
That's cardio.
Yeah.
That's cardio. So that when Ross started asking me, oh, you have to do sets between 12-15, or even the last set is between 15-20, I went, what? Okay, 15-20? What's wrong with you? Yeah. Like that was choking. That was in the head for me to get into it was very, very tough. Then the other thing that you need to keep in mind in powerlifting, the goal is like you get all that energy for that one lift, right? Whereas here, what you want is to keep tension across the whole range of motion, pose, bring it back very controlled. And that is what it makes a giant difference on how you build up your body. So what I have seen, especially the lads, you see all the lads at the gym, they are banging the weights, right? Just getting the pump, just bring it down, and there is no technique. It's all over the place. And really, that is time that you are wasting because you're not getting the stimulus that you're supposed to get. So when you correct that and get really that stimulus, it's a life changer. It's a life changer. Sure. So the third thing that I would like to give away that I learned from this experience is everything that you do is compound interest. It's exactly like in finance. What I mean with that, when I was during this journey before summer, people will tell me, oh, you have 5 months. well, like, why are you so stressed? You have 6 months, you have 5 months, you have a lot of time. Yalla, just eat the pizza, just do this. Oh, just chill, just give time to yourself. You don't need to be so hard. Well, this is the thing. The decisions that I made months ago are gonna influence the result that I have right now. Everything compounds. Everything from recovery, from the food decisions that you made, from if I feel like training or I'm not feeling like training. If I want to be like push hard or be, maybe not push hard all these sessions, but being mindful about what are you doing in that session. Are you really in there, present in the session, or are you scrolling in the phone and trying to be
Going through the motions.
Exactly, going into the motions. So all of those decisions really compounds through the time and influence the final result. And number 4, my giveaway is about recovery. I feel that this is the one thing that everybody just neglects. So one of the questions that people ask me very often, especially during these last 2 weeks, is like, why you are not tired? Why you are not moody? And I told to everyone, sleep is your ultimate superpower. And I spoke with other athletes, other people who have competed, and they told me, oh no, my sleep was so bad. I wasn't sleeping. So my next question was, what do you do about it? Nothing. And I'm like, I'm not surprised, guys. How come you didn't do anything? So when I said do something, it's not just about how many hours of sleep are you getting per day, but the quality of that sleep. So if you are not able to get a really deep sleep quality, well, you need to find ways to get there. So for instance, I was supplementing using ashwagandha. I was using magnesium. I was using a supplement that has a GABA, 5-HTP, L-theanine, tyrosine. Yes. So all of those guys together just really help you to relax, get absolutely zen, and have a very good night's sleep.
Definitely. Well, it's kind of like nerve function, cell function, neurotransmitter control, all that important fun stuff that gets messed up towards the end of a
Correct. Like we need to think about it. There is a lot of stressors. It's the stress of not having enough calories, the stress of all the amount of cardio. Oh my God, all the cardio I was doing, like all the cardio I never done in my entire life. And obviously life in general, like work and other stressors. So that was a big difference. Also, I've been using a lot of brain waves. So I have an app and I have all these sounds to sleep that I influence through brain waves, and also when I'm working. So help me to get in the zone to do the work and be very mindful and focused in everything that I'm doing. And then beyond that, I guess what was very helpful for me, the fact that I've been working with one of my projects is a longevity and biohacking center that is about to open in Jeddah. And through all the research and all the knowledge I acquired during the last year, I started applying all these practices. What I mean with that, like every week I'm gonna get a cold plunge and sauna protocol. So there is protocols for performance, there is protocols for recovery. So I will choose the one that was the right one for the moment that I was in. That was one of the options. Then a hyperbaric chamber, that basically you get in a chamber and you get exposed to 100% oxygen. So that helps you to, for your cells to recover faster and also to regain energy. I did IV drips, I did red therapy. That was about it from the things that I apply. And also something that made a huge difference for me, if you will ask Lo 5 years back on timeline, I will say, oh, that is fluff. I don't do that. That is absolutely fluff, and is about meditation or hypnotherapy to go through things. So for instance, during the day, there is plenty of times that we just have so much to do. You see the to-do list and you get so overwhelmed, so stressed that you don't know where to start. And you just get like paralyzed, like, well, what I'm gonna do next? But learning when and how just to stop is 10 minutes. Doesn't take nothing. 10 minutes just to reset, go through that meditation, cool yourself down, get refocused, honestly help you to speed up and get done what you need to get done. And that was a life changer for me.
Because let's be honest, we referred to this earlier with the high stress job and all the stressors that are outside of our control, and some of those that of course are self-applied. But because of that sort of sympathetically driven lifestyle that we have, I think often people don't take enough time to pull themselves back into that more parasympathetic state. So especially when you're putting yourself through something as stressful as a contest prep, people might think all the things you just said, that sounds like a bit excessive, it's maybe too many things.
Yeah.
But the reality is extreme goals require extreme measures. So
correct.
I think this relates to, you've just been very diligent and mindful that you've had to put a little bit more effort into those recovery practices.
Correct. It's not like I was doing everything every day. It's not possible. It's just not possible. But it was like a combination, a nice combination of all these practices during different days of the week or even within the month. And yeah, just in the moment that I felt that I was like a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit off, also to be mindful to detect those moments, stop myself. Okay, let's go back. Let's get yourself back to the ground, back to like grounded, back to getting more focused, relax, and then you can speed up again. Yeah, it changed everything. So that's why everyone who asks me, especially my guys at WellFit, that they see me every day and they were like, why are you so smiley? Why are you still wobbly? Like how would you handle that? That's the reason.
That's part of it.
It's not drugs, guys. I'm not in drugs.
There was us joking about cocaine earlier. So one thing that inevitably happens when it comes to something like a contest prep, your body's going to go through a very significant transformation.
Yes.
And so people around you that are close to you, but also the people that you maybe see often in the gym, they're going to notice and they're going to start potentially asking a lot of questions, making a lot of comments. Can you just share a little bit about some of the most common sort of comments or questions that you've had, especially now in this sort of final stretch as you've pushed towards this sort of point here?
Yeah, I'm very honest. Well, I was expecting a lot of comments and stuff, so one of the things, most of the times you will see me wearing my headphones, isolating everyone, and basically this face like, I'm busy, don't ask me anything. Because some comments, I just didn't want to deal with it. Honestly,
Fair.
didn't have the patience to do that. But one of the comments that you will get very often is like, oh my God, you're so skinny. Stuff like that.
Which a bodybuilder never wants to hear, ever.
Exactly, and I don't know why people always have to give comments about how you look physically. Or even my partner was very, very scared, like, yeah, I think I like you with a little bit more of meat. But that was in peak week when you're supposed to look flat.
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to look. So I'm like, I'm absolutely fine with all the comments. Or even people will throw you like, oh, I like it more when you were more curvy. Stuff like that. Honestly, I'm very good. And again, this can be a 0.5. You have to be in the right mental state.
Yeah.
You need to be in the right mental state to do all this process, because I'm able to absolutely neutralize everybody's comments and just carry on with what I'm doing. So really, I don't care what people say. You're too small, you're too big, or you need to still improve. Yeah, well, all of us, we want to improve always. So honestly, I just neutralize those comments, carry on.
What was maybe some of the really nice or positive things that people had to say about going through the process?
Yeah, the nice and positives, well, the people around me were so supportive, very supportive, and they were like, okay, we are just here full of admiration of your discipline. Like, we see you every day, you show up, you work hard, you stick to the plan, and we know that it's difficult. Like, being that consistent is just difficult, and they were like, we just want to wait the final result. We just want you to win, because it has been so enjoyable to see the whole process. So yeah,
That's cool.
very supportive.
Cool. I think we can get into the workout now.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so we're going to take Lo through her upper pull pump session today. So very simple session in nature. It's a lot of movements, although the equipment might be different. It's a lot of movements that she's already familiar with from her training program. So today we're going to run through a vertical pull for lats, a vertical pull for mid back of rear delts, and then we're going to do the same thing with rowing variations as well. We're going to have a little bit of a rear delt fly that we're going to do, and then we're going to finish off with some biceps. So we're going to start with a vertical pull down, and really the emphasis of this particular variation is we're going to target more of those lower and mid lat fibers. Now, all lat fibers are working in all pulling movements, but this is really the emphasis of this particular variation. We're just going to run Lo through a couple of warm-up sets first, and then, unlike her usual training program, all we're really doing today is lower weight, higher rep, and it's very much just about driving as much blood into the target tissues as possible, leaving 1 or 2 reps in reserve. So we're going to run through a couple of warm-ups. How did it feel weight-wise?
Super light.
Easy peasy. So, no messing around, straight on with the 20s. I never understand these psychopaths that put the plates facing the other way. I mean, I don't know if you're the same as me, but for me, the writing has to face out.
In powerlifting is because if you notice, you don't have the numbers with the weight inside.
Yeah.
They are from outside. So from here, you understand if the first plate is at 20 kilograms or 25. So when you are zooming up all the plates, you know how much weight
So they
is in there.
actually do put the first plate facing in.
Yes.
There you
Yes.
go.
That is a rule from powerlifting, at least.
But in bodybuilding,
I know.
I think it's psychopath behavior if you ask me, but that's just my
I
opinion.
know. But yeah, we need to see the plate facing, so you understand what is the number
So, fair enough.
for judging.
Alright, so let me know how this is also feels. Remember, hips in a little bit of a lean. Let's do me a favour, tiny bit more of a lean back. So hips stay forward. So put your hips forward, lean your body back, torso back, torso back. There, that's it. So I want you to really think about elbow staying as close to your torso as you can, even on the way up as well. So elbow stays close, and then elbow stays close and reaching away on the way up. Good, so keep that torso position, doesn't change, you just reach and then pull into the base of the spine. There we go. How's that weight feeling? Challenging?
Yep.
You reckon you got 3, 4 more?
Nope.
Nope, 2, give me 2. Hold. And slowly reach forward, elbow forward, 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 and smooth pull. And slowly lock out the elbow and stand up. Sweet.
Yeah, maybe another 20 was.
A bit punchy.
Yeah, 15 was okay.
Yeah, but we're going to back off a little bit on the
Yeah.
next one anyway, so.
Yeah, I just went like, ugh.
You're just like, holy shit. That was more than you had anticipated.
I'm still getting cramps like crazy.
Yeah.
It's awful.
You have stopped the cleanse now though, right?
No, you haven't told me.
I should be out at this point. Just with the carbs going in.
Oh, it's not in the notes.
Should always be out in peak week. Well, just as well because we're going to have a second run at this later. And it's also second carb load day, so not the worst, but you've already taken it today, right?
Pardon?
You've already taken it today, right?
Taking what?
The climb.
Yeah.
So like pretty much from now till the shoot is done?
Nothing. Johan out.
Yep.
Everything out.
So you're just bringing stress out, right? So reducing stress. So that's going to help quite a bit as well in terms of just pulling stress out as well.
Creatine stays or out?
Creatine's in. That's like just a baseline supplement.
Stay. Okay.
All right, yellow. Sweet. So I reckon we could just get a little bit more of a lean back if you can. No, hips stay there. Hips stay there. Just lean your torso back. Torso to me. Torso to me. There. Keep that there now. No, it doesn't change. Good. Get that reach away. Reach towards. And elbow down rather than back. So drive the elbow to the floor and into the base of the spine. There we go. So let's go. 1, 2. Control that contraction at the top. Contract first. Then we move. Alright, so we can be a little bit quicker on the way up. We don't have to be like, it's more like 4 seconds. We've been doing those eccentrics now, and drive. There we go. And we're going to go 2 from here. Elbow forward, elbow forward, elbow forward. Good, and one more for me. And we'll bring it up. Stand it up. Sweet.
Yeah, we just need 15.
Yeah, now you're awake. We're not even going to do that. We're literally going to put 10 on to the next one. Yeah,
they are like
the old but gold.
This is the best equipment ever. The gym where I used to train back home, everything is Nautilus, like really old school like this. That's how I started.
There we are. There we are. Right, set 2. So slightly higher rep on this one. I don't need you to be quite as slow on the eccentric. Controlled, but it can be more closer to like 2, 2.5.
Okay.
Nice, good. So make sure abs are locked in. Hips forward a bit more for me. Lean, there, perfect. Let's keep that. Good. In terms of that elbow position at the end, perfect. So literally down to the finger. Ideal. That's it. Just a little bit more control so we're not jerking out that top position. So once we get up to here, we pause, smooth transition. There we go. And 1, 2. So we take away the pause but keep the transition smooth. Yes, 1, 2, 3, drive. Nice, so we're gonna have one more here. Elbow to the base of the spine, all the way in, all the way in, all the way in, hold, control, and up to the top. You see how it's very easy to, especially when you start to fatigue, it's very easy to start kind of doing what Alex said, don't be a yanker.
Yeah.
Like to start kind of pulling at it versus being able to just, and I always think like, almost like a bit of a cue that could be useful sometimes is like the first inch or 2 is slow, just to get the smooth transition, and then once you get it moving, accelerate with it.
That's also the difference when you work with plate loaded versus pin loaded. Because when you work with pin, like in the moment that I will feel like the difference probably will be like 1 kilogram, 1.5 kilograms, and it makes a lot of difference in female versus male. So I will be like, no, let me adjust the weight in a way that I can keep the control during the whole set.
Yep.
That's a big difference. Here I have no option.
Yeah, that's right, none. Good, so that's a good position. Don't need to rotate as much though, so let's straighten up that torso a little bit, and then just towards the end, you have just that very small amount at the end. That's it. But we're straight when we're towards the top, so straight here. Elbow pulls first, and then a little bit to finish. Perfect. Ideal. Good. So let's make sure we don't let that elbow drift away from the torso on the way up. Elbow stays close to the torso as you go forward. Perfect. That's it. So you're keeping that alignment on the way up as well. These are good reps, quality reps. controlled, smooth. Excellent, nice, good. We've got 3 from here. 1, 2, get that, reach, elbow straight, smooth. And last one for me. Elbow stays close all the way through, elbow close. Hold, 3 seconds on the way up. 1, 2, reach with the lat, and stand. Nice. Whew. Boom, lat's done. Or at least pull down done.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some stuff happening here now. Oh,
we have wings.
We got all that coming later, all of it. Gonna move into our horizontal wider row.
Okay.
Nothing crazy with this, like we could do a machine, we could do a lot of different variations, but we're just gonna keep it super basic, old school.
Yep.
Seated cable row.
Yep.
With a wider handle. Next movement we're gonna get into is we get low to have a little spinneroo. We're gonna do a wider, more abducted row. So the emphasis here is very much to target all of that stuff across the mid-back. So think rhomboids, mid-traps, but we're also getting a little bit of rear delt out of this as well. So that is going to be the focus here. So just so you can see, I'm going to get low to pull our elbows back. And so as you can see now, this is exactly what we're looking for. So you can probably see now if we get her to reach forward, you'll see that those rhomboids sort of lengthen and the shoulder blades come around the rib cage, like so. So reach forward more. So you can see that now that these points move further away, and as she pulls the elbows wide and then retracts the shoulder blades, you'll see how all of those tissues sort of come in short together. So that's going to be the goal of this exercise, is to work all of this stuff across here and a little bit of rear delts as well. So remember that little adjustment we talked about? So rather than letting those elbows dip in because you're externally rotating, exactly, so that little bit of internal rotation of the shoulder will just keep those elbows driving out and keep that arm path as you go forward, maintain it as you pull back. Excellent, good. And a little bit more retraction here. There, perfect, good. So there's a balance to be had here between that abduction and the retraction at the end here as well. Nice, that's better. 1, 2. A bit more reach with the shoulder blades. More reach, and then retract and pull. Good, now, as we do the next one, reach forward. As you do the end of the row in this one, I want you to extend your upper back a bit more, so lift that sternum to the ceiling as you pull. That's it, good. And go slow, 1, 2, we'll just do one more here. And hold, and bring it forward, nice. How'd that feel?
Very good.
So, in terms of a weight that would be good for say 10 to 14, that's good, or up one?
Yeah. If we're not going higher, because normally...
A little fractional?
Yeah, I will ping a fractional.
Let's keep this, and
yeah,
then we'll just pull that out for the last set.
Better. So I can, because you want 12.
We're looking for 10 to 14 on the first set. How's that looking? All right, low, you're in. Keep moving. So we can pull a tiny bit quicker. So we're slow, get that reach, and retract into a little bit of a lift of the sternum. Exactly, that's good. 1, 2, slight reach, and pull these guys together. That's it, good, and slow. 1, 2, wrap around the rib cage, wrap around, back into here. Very good, good. And we'll go 4 from here. 2, 3. Nice, good, and keep those elbows wide. Remember that little snap in on the bar. Smooth. Hold, good, last 2. Get that reach, open up, scapula around the ribcage. Good, last one. Big hug. Hold, and control forward. Nice. Solid. Right in. How was that? Nice to start seeing everything.
Yeah, I feel giant here.
It's the anabolic lighting.
Honestly, I feel...
We'll definitely get some photos. So I'll tell you what, for example, go close at the mirror and turn and do that again. Look over the shoulder. Turn a bit more this way towards me.
Towards you.
Towards me, yeah. That way. Yep. Sorry, away from me. Bit more. Away. Yep. Cool. And then what I'll get to do is just do one now where you're facing that way. Step forward a bit more. Cool.
Woo!
So there'll be some things
Wow.
where you have to zoom in a bit and stuff. But I actually think some of the better ones are these.
Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, fuck. That is amazing.
It's cool. Good, so we can move a bit more flowy here now, so we can be a bit more 1, 2, pull, and hold. Good. So get that reach, 2, get that reach, just the shoulder blades. That's it, good. So you know that rib cage stays where it is, and we're just moving that scapula around, flexing a little bit, and then pull, and extend. Contract hard, good, and again, 1, 2, let's make sure we're not letting those elbows drop in, elbows stay wide. There we are, 1, 2, and pull. 1, 2, and smooth. Good, keep these guys. Hold, and we're gonna go 4 from here, ready? 1, 2, reach, extend and pull. Contract hard. So I think you can extend a little bit more when you're towards the back on the next through. Hold, better, good. 1, 2, 3. Last one for me, last one. And hold, and forward, nice. Hold that through.
I just see these pains and
It felt.
Fuck. So good.
Peak weeks one, you just get to see everything popping everywhere. And if you're finding that your elbow wants to start traveling out the way, you can just sort of do a little bit of external rotation just to help keep that guy a little bit tighter. Just be mindful that the more you do that, the more this can potentially grab, and that's where if you're going to do a bit of that,
then
that's where the opposite can make a bit more sense potentially, just so you actually have enough clearance. So entirely up to you. How do you say that in Spanish? Short femurs.
Femur. How much I have?
A little bit more. You can shift your hips more to this side rather, and then you don't have to flex as much. There we go. Good.
There.
So 1, 2. Think about driving down into the hand, so down the way. Down, 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 down. And you shouldn't have to drive the elbow too far back if we're really contracting and shortening this. So think down more, even more down than you've been. Down, down, down. Perfect, that's it. Good. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. Think down, down and in. Good. 1 more. Hold. Racket. So what you'll often find is that if that elbow is able to travel further back behind the torso, you're going to start getting quite a lot of rear delt, and that just usually means that we're not quite depressing that arm enough, so it just means sometimes you have to guide down a bit more, and what we're sort of looking for is about push back with the elbow, back with the elbow, and down. Third exercise in the rotation, we're now going to move over to another rowing variation, but this time it's going to be lat focused and unilateral as well. So in this instance now, unlike the pull down here, we're going to be targeting a lot more of those what we'd call thoracic and lumbar lat fibers, more biased towards those. So big focus for low here, we sort of discussed this in the warm-up, is there's a tendency for people when it comes to lat-based rows to feel like they have to get the elbow as far back as possible. It's not really what we're looking for, and in fact, you start doing that, the rear delt starts to pick up a lot of the attention. Now, if you're just trying to do a general row to grow most of your back muscle, like rear delts, that's cool. But if we're trying to be a little bit more specific, really, if we've got the right arm path, we've depressed the shoulder blade, retracted the shoulder blade enough, and the elbow is in the right position, you shouldn't really need to go much further than the back of the torso here. So this is what we sort of aimed at with low, and we noticed that as she fatigues, she does have a tendency for this guy to want to roll forward. So we're just going to let her make sure that that guy stays back and she's keeping that elbow in close as well. And if we do so, as you agreed, we get a much meatier lat contraction, which is aim of the game in this case. Nice. Solid. We've got some Google Maps going through these arms and shoulders now. Nice little good position of the shoulder as well, much better. Excellent. And we don't need to let that shoulder protract much at the front, just straight elbow. Once we're there, straight down and in, elbow into the base of the spine. Nice. Okay, we've got 3 to 4 here. 1, 2, contract a lot hard, move. Excellent, good. Same cadence again. Good, 1. Smooth. And right down. Good set, clean.
Love to feel the lats. Oh, love it. So good.
Good, 1, 2, we get that straight arm, elbow in close. Nice, and make sure we're not jerking it out of that top position. It's a smooth transition, straight elbow and drive. Base of the spine. Wonderful, nice, that was a good rep. Alright, so a little lift of the shoulder there so we can keep that guy down as we pull. Better, nice, much better arm path on that, nice. Good reps, 4 from here. Alright, let's keep it clean at this end point here now. Smooth, better, nice. Good, last 2. Work with me here, so control in this position. Contract, move. Last one. Good, elbow right to here. And hold, and then 3 seconds forward, 3 seconds forward. Oh, that's a long isometric too. You're just flexing now, flexing.
I understood, hold 3 seconds more, and I went, okay.
Now she is actually just flexing. I'm even going to do a little on my phone.
Finally the 3D effect came out.
All the striations are there. So something that's quite good to think about, which can get a bit overlooked, especially once you start getting into later sets, is you say you do your rep and then you come forward. Now you can either let the eccentric ride you or you can control it, right? So one thing I get people to really think about is if we think about that whole moment arm thing and keeping the distance away from the joint as much as possible, once you've finished your row, rather than just letting the elbow sort of rise up as you come forward, if you can almost think about scraping your elbow along in the ground, and that kind of looks something like, now from a challenge perspective, you'll feel straight away that doing that, rather than just doing that, versus
got it.
Straight away the level of tension just picks up a tenfold. So for your next set, especially with it being lighter now, I want you to really work that eccentric. All right. See if we can get that shoulder blade down a bit more at the back here. Yeah, good. 1, 2, and this guy comes with you. Excellent, nice. The elbow stays low. That's a good sweep there. One, 2, 3. Elbow staying close, which is good. Good for 3. Smooth. Good. Elbow low along the ground. Yes, nice. Good. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Last one. Like that bad boy. And then we come. How'd that feel?
Woo! Spicy.
Just jalapeno spicy though. How did you find it with the sort of low elbow?
Pardon?
When you did the low elbow, did you feel just that little bit more?
Yeah, like kinda. You just feel it more engaged. Like the guy is like, okay, I'm here.
We're still working here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get this for myself. Just get that shoulder back a bit more when you get to the bottom position. Last 3 from here. Smooth. Good. Elbow low along the ground. Let's get a smooth transition out of this position here now. Good. One more. Pop it down. Next to them.
Wow.
How was that?
Good.
The good news, the lats are done.
Oh, trust me, they are.
Yeah, yes they are.
They're done.
All right, 4th exercise for today is going to be a modified wide grip pull down, but now we're going to do this with a little bit of a chest support and a slightly forward angle of the cable. So a couple of things that's going to allow us to do. One, it's going to take away that sort of requirement in the regular cable pull down of the core to have to stabilize. But secondly, it just looks really good on camera. It's not the real reason. And thirdly, it's going to allow us to, on an individual level, line up the line of pull that each cable has to offer. And so the focus of this, it's not that there isn't going to be any lat, there is. So I think the idea that is going around, certainly on social media at the moment, is that this is a mid-back pull down. It's just a wide grip pull down. There's going to be a bit of lats, and there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff in terms of the lower traps and some of the other guys in here that help to pull the shoulder blade down and in. So as low pulls our elbows down and in, what we're looking to see from a movement standpoint is we're looking to see all of this stuff in here bunched together. So we're looking to see all this space close up. We're looking to see all those lumps and bumps start to appear. Now when she reaches up, we're going to see the shoulder blade move out and up. And we're going to want her to sort of think about reaching those shoulder blades up and around the rib cage and reaching those arms up and forward. As you can see, all of this stuff lengthens and stretches in this position. As she pulls wide, all this stuff is going to start to shorten, and then she finishes with that elbows driving down and in. And you're now going to see all of the stuff across here shorten and bunched together. First, then down. Nice. 1, 2, 3. One more. Solid. Let's reach it up for me. I'll take this one for you. And you can walk with another. Sweet. How'd that feel?
Oh, good.
Yeah. Nice. So just rotate out a little bit for me. There. That's it. Ideal. Good. So we just get that slightly wider arm path at the start. Reach. Smooth pull. Smooth. Contract hard. Nice. So reach these away, 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 and all together now in here. Excellent. Nice. Good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nice. 4 from here. Now focus on that shoulder blade movement, mostly in the bottom here now. Ideal, good. 1, 2, 3. So last 2 reps. Hold and control. 1. Stay wide with elbow, wide with elbow, wide with elbow. Smooth. Hold. And 3 seconds up. 1, 2. Now we're going to swap. I'm going to take the right side this time. Yep. Sweet.
There you go. Woo.
Yeah, it's good.
Like something that I'm noticing, well, I don't know because I don't know much, but I feel that my back is pretty symmetrical. Like I don't see anything that I will say, okay, this doesn't look like quite right. Like
No, it's...
one side is working more than this side. I'm like, I'm very symmetric.
Good symmetry on the back.
Wow. Wow.
Mashallah.
I didn't know that. Like honestly, I noticed it the first time until Tom filmed me. When he was around and he went, okay, I need to film this. I need to show you.
It's not, sometimes not until you get lean enough till you can actually see if things are actually moving in concert. Because sometimes things can feel different, but they actually don't look different. It's just a perceptual thing. So that's why actually having the videos and the footage is, well, even if something feels a bit off, how is it actually moving? And it's very symmetrical, as you can see. So we're going to do this, then we're going to get some rear delts, and I'll probably just get you to do rear delts, but with the cables as well.
Okay.
I think we've done a little bit of cable rear delt before, have we not? You've been doing mostly pec deck, I think.
But
No, like rear delt.
we haven't done it.
You will today.
Okay.
Novel AF.
Okay.
Savage. Good. 1, 2, 3. Smooth transition. Nice. Excellent. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Hold, control. 1, 2, 3. All right, we can transition a bit quicker at the bottom of these next ones. So straight up. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Straight up. Don't have to hold for as long now. Just give me a couple extra reps. Straight up. There we go. We do 2 more like that. Straight pull. 1 more. And out we come. Nice. I'll take the left side this time just to confuse you.
Because you confuse muscles is what you do.
That's exactly it. It's like 25% more anabolic, it's science. So, rear delts, we'll move this guy out of the way. Step back for a second. Should be fine. Always when you're not used to the equipment, I'm like,
Yeah.
Where's all the bits? So, what I'm looking for, it's a bit high for me, but you get the idea. So what we're going to look at is you're going to step in close. This is going to start just above head height,
Okay.
and then from there, so you're going to finish, so it's a slight angle, so that it's just a modified rear delt fly. One thing that's quite nice about it is because you're starting from a slightly higher position, you can kind of get a little bit more of a stretch, so you're able to get more stretch length in the rear delt, and then the weight of your arm sort of acts as a little bit of a mechanical advantage, so it sort of helps to drop the load off a little bit as you get into that bottom position. I often find as well for a lot of people, like, if you really push the end range, straight abduction can be a bit uncomfortable. You go
Yeah.
slightly lower, it just feels a little bit Excellent.
Okay.
So it's just a modified way where it can feel a bit more comfortable, but also gives you a little bit more option for range as well. So it's interesting. So, too much rambling today. Okay.
Fuck, these guys need
Little
W40. Just
To
saying.
be fair, for such an old cable, they've kept it in very good condition.
There.
Yeah, so all I'll get you to do is just have a little bit of, treat it like this, rather than being like this, which you are at the moment. I know you try to pop that booty. I actually want you to be slightly leaning forward. So, exactly. I'm going to step back a tiny bit. Yeah, yeah. Yep. So think of it as that's your finished position here, and then it's that straight arc here. There, that's it, good. How'd that feel?
Good.
It just takes a little bit used to with regards to
Yeah,
angle
to
of
get
it.
the angle.
The
Yeah.
thing is that you want to just be going straight like this, right? And now you actually to say, well, if that's the start point,
That is the end point.
so
Yeah.
just keeping that same line of flow as what was happening initially is you're kind of dropping down here, or you're going, try
Yes.
and find that sort of 2 points and straight line from there.
Okay.
How did it feel?
Good.
Final exercise of the day. It's the gun show. So we're just going to get into some very, very basic, very old school. This brings out the inner bro in all of us. Is hammer curls, not alternating as in one after one. It's going to be all on one side first, and then we're going to switch over to the other side. And I actually like this as a technique because a lot of people don't realise that when you're working one side, the other side is kind of staying in an active stretch. So you try not to be too passive with this. You try and keep a little bit of tension there. It's a really cool technique, and it sort of compounds over the sets as well. So we're going to have some fun with that. 2 sets, 10 to 14.
Done.
That's a wrap. Yeah, right side first. And we're just trying to make sure, as best as possible, shoulder, elbow, wrist, all line up. You'll be able to see that in the mirror if you're slightly deviating out or whatever else. A little bit of supination at the top is absolutely fine as well. Exactly. Excellent, good. Keep that elbow pressed back against my hand as you curl up. Nice, that extra bit of support. Excellent. Good. Let's see, you give me 2 from here. Best facials, of course. Yeah, there we go. The elbow stays here. Solid. All right, that guy's gonna be there.
Ooh.
Little shake. 10, 15 seconds, other side we go. Yep. Good, so that guy stays. That's the one, nice. Good alignment there as well. Just don't forget to keep that shoulder back here. Yep, there you go. Good. 1, 2, just the elbow, just the elbow. Yeah, perfect, good. 1, 2, 3, last 2. Solid, yeah, that little bit of flex of the shoulder is okay just to finish. A little bit of movement's okay. There we go, perfect. Good, take a moment.
I went, what? Okay.
She's the one that's jacked right now, not me, so she can show. So just as a side point, when it comes to performing, oh damn, she flexing on me, straight flexing. So when it comes to bicep curls, there's, especially now with the whole execution and optimal form and all that stuff, don't get me wrong, we want to optimize execution where we can, however we have to also use common sense sometimes as well. So we know that the bicep can play 2 roles. It can both flex the elbow, but it can actually also assist in shoulder flexion as well. So there's often this sort of concept in the past where people literally from rep 1 would be flexing at the same time. That is a bit pointless to do. We don't want to bring that in right from the start. Ideally, we want to let the elbow flexor be an elbow flexor and flex. However, as you start to fatigue, and you'll probably notice that cue I used with low towards the last couple of reps in the set, that forget her to turn to the side. As you start to fatigue, there is absolutely nothing wrong with just allowing a little bit of elbow flexion just to assist with getting a little bit shorter in the bicep. So it's not something you're going to just start doing all the way from the start, but certainly as you start to fatigue, you start to struggle, just a little bit of shoulder flexion is just going to allow you to get that little bit shorter. So just something to think about. The context always matters when it comes to these little small adjustments. Heel this and line this.
Oh yeah, I'm really bad at it. I don't know.
So Mal used to buy Lululemon, it'd be like, so which shade of purple is this one, or which shade of blue is this one? She'd have like 5, 6 different shades of blue. It's like, why? Why you need this? Yeah, this is good alignment here, so keep that locked in now. Let's keep that in place. Don't want to let the shoulder flex too much just yet. There we go, perfect. Nice, get that length, then go, good. Reza is going to be capturing all the veins right now, all of them. All right, these last 2 here, that's where we make it count. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Close that space. There we are. 1 more. Let's make sure we fully straighten at the bottom though. So get that guy all the way, all the way. Ready? And curl. Nice bro rep to finish. We love it.
Yeah.
Take a moment.
Whew. I am ready.
All right, last set of the day. Elbow in just a little bit. There we go. Just rotate that wrist out a little bit. Yeah, nice. 1, 2, 3. Straight up. Go slow. 1. So let's make sure we're not letting it flex too early, so we keep this here for now. Just flex the elbow only, just the elbow. That's good for now, good. We'll give me 2 more like that. We're not gonna let that go any further for now. Excellent, 1 more like that. Shoulder back a little bit. Yes, good. All right, now we're gonna let that elbow move a little bit for these 3. Sweet, there we go. Nice, 1, 2, Great arm. Go. Hold. One more.
Ha.
Last one. Come on. Finish strong though. Hold. Lock out at the bottom. Done.
Se acabó. Woo. Good job.
Nicely done. I'll put these back for you.
It's so funny because you grow up with that's old folks, right? Bugs
Yep.
Bunny. Bugs Bunny? Who used to say that?
Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny,
Yeah,
and Donald Duck
that's
and
old
stuff.
folks. For me, it's todo, amigos.
Wow.
I grew up with that. So for me, that's old folks. Doesn't process, doesn't mean anything.
Spanish always sounds sexier anyway, so it's fine. Versus the dorky, that's all folk. Say it in Spanish.
Eso es todo, amigos.
See?
That is in Spanish.
Is sexy. we try to say it in English, we're just like sound like a dork. All right, that's a wrap.